Buff Nation, welcome into DNVR Buffs Primetime. We are presented by Illegal Pete's, everyone's go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers. Jake with my great friend Andre Simone. How are you, brother?
You have that down, man. I'm doing great. Just knocking stuff out. Kiddos in kindergarten, so I'm on this new schedule, and I absolutely love it. Now the body's adjusted to getting up at 6:30. I've got my whole morning available to me. It's incredible. Start the day off with a nice little walk with the little one.
Let's go.
It's great stuff.
Nice. That means we'll just have to get you on more Buff shows when RK gets back.
Please. Would love nothing more.
What is up, chat? What a day it has been, let me tell y'all. My mentions are on fire right now.
Yeah.
Because of what Coach Prime said when he was asked about FSU. We'll get to that. Let's break everything down. First, I met up with Neely. We spoke after the press conference about practice today. Sounds like this team's ready to go, man. Travis didn't practice again. It seems like they're being precautionary with him. Miles Slusher, we learned about, is probably going to be starting as the star or the slot.
Go back to some midsummer pods.
Yeah,
that was something I was about. Yeah,
you were right on it, man. It was crazy though. The vibe out there has been amazing today. It was a beautiful day up there. It's beautiful out here, let me tell you. But
it's a perfect day.
Man, it was picturesque up there in Boulder today.
I believe it, man. I believe it. Yeah, this is sounds like you guys were just feeling it. Everyone's feeling it.
Yeah.
Reports from all over. Everyone's hyped about the Buffs or trying to gain some clicks by crapping all over the Buffs. I mean, it's the world we live in, man. And it's game week. We're here.
All this is going on, and we have a game on Saturday, finally.
You and Alyssa will be in Texas before we know it.
It doesn't feel real yet, honestly, that we're in game week. It's going to feel real very soon, though.
Crazy, for real.
Yeah, Eric, we'll talk about Luginbill in segment 2. I know you guys are dying. We got a packed show today.
We do.
Let's get into it. We spoke to Coach Prime, and he was Coach Prime again.
He was spit knowledge per usual.
Just incredible, man. I tweeted out a picture that Neely took because Neely's like sitting on the left, kind of behind Coach Prime in the press conference.
He looks so happy.
And I'm just there laughing, smiling, just because Coach Prime's there doing his thing. It's just amazing being up there for those. Let's start with what he was asked. He was asked about TCU. Basically what he sees when he turns on the film. He said, great coaching, great staff. They did the unthinkable last year, which was go to the college football national championship game.
Truly. They
lost a lot of men who were good football players and replaced them with good football players. We talked about that last time you were on.
We did, yes.
They will be prepared, and they're going to play with emotion. Mentioned that loss in the national title game and basically saying how that's probably going to be fuel for them all offseason, and he's exactly right. These are two highly motivated teams who are going to match up on Saturday.
Yeah, man, and I mean, well-coached teams and two coaching staffs that have proven in recent history to have a pretty good track record of turning around rosters and being competitive right from the get.
Yep.
And then there's the weather factor in all this.
Yeah, it's getting hot. They practiced yesterday in the IPF, closed the doors. It got pretty muggy in there. Of course, not Texas muggy.
Yeah.
But you could see in like the videos from yesterday's practice, guys are just sweating standing on the side. So they're getting ready for it for sure.
Yeah, you need it. That's going to be really interesting, man. Really interesting.
And then I got the opportunity to ask Coach about Tyler Brown and his thoughts on that.
Yes, what a situation.
He gave us a classic Coach Prime moment where he was like, I want to say something, but I don't know if I should say it. Basically, he didn't go in as much as I thought he would on the NCAA.
Yeah.
He still went in on them. It was mostly in support of Tyler, though. He said Tyler Brown's a wonderful kid. He's seeing specialists to deal with these mental health issues and calm them down. He then went on to say it doesn't make sense, talking about the NCAA's decision. You say you care about mental health, but when you have someone dealing with mental health, it's a problem. I wish they could review Tyler Brown's case.
It's awful, man. Absolutely terrible. I wish more could be said, but what can you say? I mean, I think the overarching issue here is something we've hinted out many times over is you basically don't have a real governing body.
Exactly.
The governing body you do have is under-resourced, and I just don't think has their priorities straight or is in a position to truly perform the task that's set out to do, which
Right.
is to protect these student athletes, and I think protect these institutions and protect the game and the values that you're trying. And the values you're trying to protect are competitive values, and I really don't think Tyler Brown's situation applies to that.
No.
I think this is just a pretty unique case for a student athlete. If there ever was a time to provide a waiver, if there ever was a time to provide special assistance or special circumstances to maybe circumvent some rules, this is where you would like for a governing body to step in. I hope maybe someday we can have the conference be more involved in these type of rulings. I mean, in any other scenario in pro sports, usually it's the person funding or who controls the funds that are coming in,
Right.
who's kind of the governing body. We don't have that with the NCAA. It's why the NCAA will always kind of be a clown show.
Yep.
Because it's a $1 million industry trying to govern $1 billion brands. That makes no sense.
Right.
It's not going to happen. But such a shame that, and we're guys who love this sport, and we understand with all the great that comes with it comes some bad stuff off the field, and this is one of those times, right? Where it's just like some of the same old bullshit from college football creeps back up and ruins what can be really such a special sport, and such a special sport because of stories like Tyler Brown,
Yes.
because of kids like Tyler Brown and programs that embrace kids like that.
Yes.
That's truly what makes college football special. So it's a shame. It's a shame, but hey, he's with the program, and you hope he can get the season he wants next year,
For sure. So he's still working with the team, of course. We already mentioned all the mental health resources he's going to have at his disposal on Friday.
Which is amazing. And all that really matters,
For
That's
sure.
so much more important than when he can get this last football season.
Exactly. And then just, man, it's not surprising from the NCAA. They just do this stupid shit all the time. They kind of...
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
They
It's
reach into
so
a hat.
upsetting.
Whatever they pull out, that's the punishment. It sucks. And we're seeing it all out here. I mean, everything right now. Michigan with how they handled the Harbaugh suspension. ASU was dealing with like a bowl ban that they self-imposed. Like, they're not even handing out these punishments. These schools are the ones who are punishing themselves,
and only
except in this case
to start the clock, really.
Yes.
Like there's no righteous reason for the schools doing this.
Right.
And so they can kind of control the punishment as much as possible. Right. And it sucks that Tyler Brown is not granted that.
So unfortunate, man.
It's terrible. It's really terrible.
Yeah, so Coach went off about that. He was then asked about Alton McCaskill and where he is. He brought up what we told you happened in that well-off video last week. He said, he tried to fight me the other day to get that jersey off of him. You can see a tremendous difference in the week to week. We just want to make sure he's okay and not just throw him out there. When he plays, we want him to be who he was, which was one of the best young running backs in the entire country.
No doubt about that. And I mean, frankly, that might be putting it mildly.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to play quite a lot.
It kind of feels like it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Going to be so interesting to follow football in this area and see Alton McCaskill for the Buffs and Javonte Williams for the Broncos, and hope both these guys, McCaskill's injury happened further out, right? So he should be further along in his recovery. Javonte Williams on a striking kind of return plan.
AP-like
indeed. It's just going to be so fascinating to see how these guys do. Because, those really are typically 2-year injuries, which means you're not back to feeling like yourself until that second season removed from the injury.
Right.
So I'm so glad that their depth and how they feel about their running back room, feels like one of those rooms that they rank really highly over there in Boulder, that Alton will be able to pick and choose his spots. But I'm so encouraged because Alton McCaskill is anywhere close to 90% or better.
Oh, my God.
Watch out, Pac-12 defenses.
Yeah, we've got
watch out because this kid's a true baller.
For sure. I think I'm cutting a bit here, but we'll just talk about the headline here. He revealed who he thinks is going to start across from Travis. It's a true freshman. It's not Cormani McLean. He said Carter Stoutmire is in there with Omarion Cooper to become the starter across from Travis Hunter week 1.
I was on maybe 2 weeks ago. We were talking a little bit about practice recap, and Carter's name was coming up a little bit more.
Yep.
And you were telling me, like, hey, he's a true freshman, right?
Yep. He's Omar Stoutmire's son, who was Coach Prime's teammate. He played for the Saints, a handful of other teams back in the day. So NFL pedigree. He flipped from somewhere, I think it's Arizona, to come to Colorado and play under Coach Prime, and then he's been balling out, man.
As a true freshman.
As a true freshman. With that being said, I did speak to Neely today about Cormani, and I asked him, before we learned this, I was like, do you think he's going to start? He said, probably not, but he's going to play a ton. He said he's been looking amazing the last few weeks. He said he's been going at it with Javon. He's been giving Javon some problems at practice. So he was a late arrival. Carter was there before him. Cormani's going to play a bunch on Saturday, I still believe.
Absolutely. How tall is Carter?
Carter, I can get you this in just a second. Coach Prime was also just asked about the running back room overall. He, just like everyone else, man, just raved about the depth of that room. He said, I'm sleeping real well when it comes to that room when I'm thinking about them.
Yeah.
Carter Stoutmire, listed at 5'11", 205, from Plano, Texas.
Okay. I mean, that's great size.
Yeah.
For a true freshman, that's great size.
Yeah.
My God. Yeah, man. And there's something about being a football coach. I'm feeling good about your running backs. Feeling good while you dial up a running plan, just being like, yeah, he's got us.
Yeah.
He's going to get us for a couple yards.
Yep.
Like, this is going to be a positive play. It says so much. I feel great about it, too.
How
That's
can
why
you not?
feel great about Alton, you know?
Yes.
Like, he's going to be able to get his reps and get selective reps, not just run them to the ground or overdo it.
Exactly. All right, let's take a break real quick. Shout out to our friends over at drumroll.
You guys know it.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Let's go.
Shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. College football fans, are you ready for week 1? Are you ready, Dre?
I'm so ready, Jake.
We have Florida versus Utah on Thursday.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Is Cam Rising starting?
I don't think so. Although I wouldn't be surprised. That dude is unbelievable.
We taking the Utes, though, in Utah?
Yes.
We are, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. DraftKings Sportsbook. We're getting in on that.
Do you know the
one.
line on that one by chance?
I'll have it for you in 2
Can you pull it up for
seconds
me while I read this?
Certain, yes.
DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking you up with a can't-miss offer to start the season strong. This week, new customers can bet just $5 on college football and score $200 in bonus bets instantly.
What a deal.
Life's more fun when you're in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DNVR. New customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on college football. Again, only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DNVR. The crown is yours. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. We need a pick of the week, and I could not be more stoked to give out Colorado plus 20.5 against TCU
Feels
this
like
Saturday.
Tremendous value.
3 scores. The Buffs are underdogs to the Horned Frogs.
They got this, man. Apparently, Luginbill doesn't think so.
No, we'll get to him very shortly.
To that. You love that, though. You love that pick. Might be time to sprinkle with all this bonus money you're getting from signing up on these sports books. Just sprinkle the Buffs over 3.5 before the season kicks off. And Utah, as pointed out by Steven and others in the chat, 6.5 point favorites to the Gators.
Love it, man.
Yeah? You laying that 6.5?
I think they're just a better coach team.
They are.
All right. Trolls in the chat. Troll at your own risk because Alyssa will bring down the banhammer.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys got a comment.
All right, let's continue. Coach Prime was just asked overall about the mental health aspect of playing college football and how he treats it with his players. He said, if you're just coaching football, you're missing it. It's bigger than that. We tell these parents all the time, you send us a boy, we'll send you back a man. And that's nothing to do with football. We want to be dominant in the classroom too. And it just goes back to what we've been saying ever since Coach Prime got here. It's always bigger than football with him. It's about relationships. It's about life. Football is a vehicle for those avenues.
That's right. And I mean, he lives it.
Yes.
Under an hour of well-off videos you can see it. It all checks out. It all makes sense. It's easy to understand why the kids would buy in. I mean, it all just is very linear, very logical. Like, yep, this is just a sound human being who lives his life in a balanced way with a sound perspective. And he's just transmitting that to these kids, transmitting how to be successful, how to carry yourself, etc.
He was asked about Shador and how he feels about the offensive line. He was asked multiple times about the offensive line until he got a response from the reporter. You can go listen and find out who that was. He said on Shador, he makes plays. We have some receivers and backs who can really do it. We got an offense that I'm proud of. And then he added at the end, after asked 3 times, I feel good about the offensive line. So there you go.
I got hyped by, is it Neely who put out the video of like Tank? Soon the world will know.
Yeah.
And we've talked about how Tank in all these videos,
Yep.
I mean, especially run blocking, is just like, he's at the second level just mauling guys. And I mean, look, they have the size. They have a lot of scheme familiarity, some of these guys. And a lot of these guys are older guys, you know?
Yep.
I mean, and in the trenches, that's something we talked about, gosh, within the first week of Prime being hired, you know, was the importance of having older guys in the trenches and how you're going to make up for that gap of, you know, you're going to be behind a couple recruiting cycles.
Sure.
So,
but you win, and it's all figured out very shortly.
Sure.
This was interesting, too. He was asked about the star position or slot on the defense. We already talked about this, but he said Slusher should be the guy. Meaning that we're pretty much going to see Miles Slusher a lot, if not starting on Saturday in that slot cornerback position.
Slusher in the slot. Who do you think are the starting safeties?
Trevor and Shiloh. With Travis, and then I would say Omarion Cooper actually starts. And then we see a bunch of Carter and Cormani when Travis is off the field or when Carter or Omarion's off the field. We're going to see a heavy rotation in the secondary.
Oh, for sure.
Rod Ward's going to play. All these guys are going to play. So
interesting.
Cam's going to play. Yeah.
Breedlove?
Breedlove's probably going to play.
Okay. Big Breedlove guy.
You are a big Breedlove guy.
I am. Yeah, absolutely. That's my brand.
Coach Prime was then asked about the D-line. He said, I love this one. We've got some guys who I feel like will end up in double-digit sacks. He then said Shane Cokes is a pro, not like demeanor-wise, a pro football player is what he said.
Yeah.
And then he said, I think we have one of the best coaches in college football in Coach Sal Sunseri.
We're always talking up those D-lines.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if you and I are doing a show one way or another, we find a way to do 8 minutes on the front seven.
Yep.
It's actually a problem I have more than anything, probably.
You're a trench guy.
I am a trench guy. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just so excited about the versatility and talent they have on that front. I think, you know, the pure like front three guys, maybe they're a smidge short on depth. But then the edge guys and the rest of, you know, like on passing downs, I feel awesome about the rotation.
For sure. I mean, and I'll say it again. We have some big defensive ends, big edge players. If you get this any team into second, third, and long, you can kind of just pin your ears back, get your best 4 rushers on the field, and go to town. I asked Coach Prime, because he wasn't wearing a boot today. I noticed he wasn't wearing one last Friday at the luncheon, but he was wearing one when he's at practice. So I asked him, what's going on? How you feeling? He said his foot was hurting more in the boot today than out of it. So that's why he just went with his regular tennis shoes, or his Nikes, I should say. He said his plan is still to run out in front of the team on Saturday.
Love that. That's exciting. That's going to be amazing, man.
And then Coach Prime.
Yeah, you really, I thought you told us we were getting into it.
Oh, we're getting it. We're
3 questions ago.
Right here. Coach Prime was asked by Ariel Usudo from 9 News, who happens to be a Miami Hurricane alum, how Coach Prime feels being a former Knoll, having all these Miami Hurricanes around. And he brings up the fact he didn't graduate from there, so he wasn't claiming them. Every time she tried to ask, he was pushing back. He never said he was a Knoll. He wasn't saying, love FSU, all this. He goes, nope, I graduated from Talladega College.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
The mentions are still on fire right now. I can hardly touch my phone for longer than a minute.
What a couple years it's been for the FSU program and Coach Prime.
Man.
Just incredible.
Just put him on a non-conference schedule already. Let's settle this on the field, man.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
If and when that game comes.
It's gotta.
Talk about your mentions being on fire, man. How funny is that?
Oh, it was amazing. That was the moment of the press conference. It was right at the end. Go check it out if you haven't already on our YouTube page. It's incredible.
Yeah, and he said, I'm an HBCU guy, right?
Yep. He said, I'm an HBCU alum, basically. Trevor Woods then took the podium. This will be quick. He was asked about the difference between starting the season this year and last year. He said there's a lot more confidence coming into this year. I feel we are capable of what we need to do this year. He's from Katy, Texas. He was asked about playing in the Texas Heat. He said the more you talk about it, the more it will affect you. Most guys on the team are from the South anyways. Once we get going, it will be the same as usual. And they keep bringing up the Heat, but man, look at where these kids are from. They're from Florida, from Louisiana, they're from Texas,
absolutely.
Tons of them from down there.
Absolutely, man. It's just part of the game. That's interesting. Confidence from an outside view, certainly more outside than you or Trevor have, would be something that stands out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Schwanitz, what's the biggest difference for you at this point in the season from last year's program?
How much time you got? I mean,
biggest. The thing that you're really
the talent,
man, more than anything.
The confidence and swagger of this team.
Does the talent stand out that much when you watch the practice? You really feel it's not that the names and how that's conditioned, but you see it in talent. Can you give a discernible example of where you're so-and-so just looks faster or just runs away from? Or
well, I mean, Dylan is just at a different speed than everyone.
Yeah.
But just watching the offense and how Shedeur operate, they just move the football. It's just what they do. It's not a struggle to them. They will have a negative play. They'll have incompletions. Shedeur will get sacked. But they come right back, and they've got all these weapons, man. They're just so much more talented, have so many more players. Mm-hmm. And then besides that, the confidence and swagger of this team is off the charts compared to last year. Uh-huh. It's not even comparable. Right. Last year there was, I can't remember who said it. I think it was Casey Roddick basically said after the first half of the TCU game, they were feeling good. They come out of halftime feeling good. Then Duggan comes in the game. They start getting ran on all over. And from that point through the rest of the year, just dejected, just no energy, no guys super happy to be going out there and playing, putting on the black and gold. This year, there's a tremendous sense of pride and swagger. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's huge, man. What a difference that's going to make.
Yeah. A few more things from Trevor. He said on the buzz of this season, people are just more excited this year as they should be. And then just on going up against a team who was in the national championship game last year, he said it's a good test. We can really see where we're at. We're going to see where we are in the national ranks. What a day.
That's a great test.
What a day.
It's a great test.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a day indeed. And we haven't even got to Luginbill.
We're going to hit him right here.
Haven't even got to Luginbill yet.
I got so excited about giving out 20.5 for the DraftKings. I forgot the other ad on that side. So
I noticed that. That was exciting.
So shout out to Pins and Aces, the official golf apparel partner of ALLCITY and DNVR. We love our Pins and Aces gear and get tons of compliments on and off the course. They're a family-owned golf apparel business based right here in Colorado. They make amazing polos, hats, golf bags, beer sleeves, tons of stuff, ball markers.
Buffs golf bags.
Yeah.
Or golf covers.
Let's go. Yeah, a Chip, right?
That's right.
My
That's
guy
exactly
Chip.
Right.
Check out pinsandaces.com. Use the code DNVR to receive 15% off your first order and get free shipping. Again, that's pinsandaces.com. And then also...
Yeah, let me help you out on this one. Check out Shady Rays where you can use that code DNVR as well for 50% off. College football season is here, tailgating at these games down south, up here at high altitude. You're out in Utah on Thursday watching the Gators get waxed. It doesn't matter. It's going to be sunny like no other. You want your Shady Rays. We love Shady Rays the way we love ball around here because they're amazing glasses with amazing lens, great designs. They are truly designer quality glasses at a third of the price. As if that wasn't good enough, you use that code DNVR. You are special listeners. Get 50% off when you buy 2 pairs. Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use that code DNVR. 50% off 2+ pairs. Polarized sunglasses. Try it for yourself. Shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
Thank you, my man.
My pleasure.
And then one more shout out to Breckenridge Brewery. If you guys are coming in from out of town to hang out here
Do it
for the TCU game,
Do it.
make sure you check out some Breckenridge Brewery. The Mountain Beach Sour is still the beer of the month here at the bar. It's only $6 for a pint. We have tons of them on tap. Avalanche Amber Ale, Mile High City Golden, Broncos Country Pale Ale, the Fun Slinger, and tons more in cans, too. Check out the beer locator to find a Breck Brew near you at www.breckbrew.com.
All right, come on.
All right, let's get into it. I sent you a video, Alyssa, of our guy, Tom Luginbill. Let's hear what he had to say about Coach Prime's Buffs. Not our guy. Definitely not our guy. But the guy of the day.
The guy, indeed, yeah.
Go ahead and roll it.
Say that, I think we're gonna finally see, for all the hoopla and all of the hype going into the off season with Deion Sanders in Colorado, it does not mask the fact that they don't have any players on that roster. And you thought UMass was the worst roster in college football? It may be Colorado's. Now I say that, do they have a quarterback? Yes. Do they have 2 starting corners that could be NFL guys and one of them plays both ways? Yes. They are so devoid of talent up front on both sides of the ball. I don't know how they're going to keep their quarterback upright. I think we're gonna finally see.
I don't even know what to say about that, honestly.
So odd.
Let's start here. First off, UMass, how are they the worst roster in CFB when they just won their game in week 0 over New Mexico State? They beat them 41-30. That can't be true.
Yeah, good point. That's actually a great point, isn't it? Yeah, good point.
How?
Okay.
This is just more evidence of all these national analysts who don't pay attention. They have no idea what's going on with this team.
I mean, at this point, it's more like, are they not paying attention, or is this just pure clicks?
It's one of the two.
Because he talks up the corner and the quarterback, cool. But, you know, ESPN, Miles Slusher, top 300 recruit, 4 stars, 82 scouting grade. I could do this exercise with the entire roster and guaranteed all these guys have been ranked as 3 or 4 stars by these same rankings before.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this also shows where ESPN and their model and following recruiting is a little bit behind because they don't have like transfer rankings.
Yep.
They aren't on top of it the way Rivals and On3 and 247 are. So I think it is a bit behind if you were to only analyze this class on what were they doing as high school recruits. Then, you know, like a guy like Jordan Dominic, who, how much do his high school rankings matter when at Georgia Tech in the ACC he produced?
Yes.
In the SEC in Arkansas he produced.
Yep.
And now he's in the Pac-12 with Colorado and should be, you know, on the short list of All-American Pac-12 candidates at that position, you know? And how's a guy like Shane Cokes, who comes from the Ivy League but had a stellar career in the Ivy League, just seems very short-sighted. They say so confident they don't have any players.
He didn't even mention the 2 Alabama players they got. He didn't mention the 2 USF wide receivers they got. He didn't mention Alton McCaskill. Like, this is why I think it's just lazy. Like, it's not that hard to go look up the roster and find out who the goddamn starting running back is on this team. Like, that's not unheard of to go figure out that information.
Yeah, I mean, it really kind of feels like we're just trying to make a bit of a splash here with a clip.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense. For the head of, like, personnel and recruiting.
Yeah.
At ESPN on the college football side.
Shout out to
it's embarrassing, man.
It is. And shout out to our guy, Adam Munster Tiger, who quote tweeted this and said, I used to wonder why, by the way, Adam Munster Tiger works for 247 Sports, Buff Stampede, so he's got the whole network there.
Yes.
We know how good 247 is when it comes to that. That's why we use their rankings on this show.
Yep.
He quote tweeted this post from Tom Luginbill and said, I used to wonder why ESPN's recruiting rankings were always worse than any other site in the industry. Now I know why. Because they don't pay attention.
It's so nuts to say that.
It's ridiculous.
And yeah, if you looked up ESPN's like top transfer class rankings, the Buffs are for sure top 3 ranked. For sure.
This was the top transfer class in the country.
So they're just like, you know, he's saying one thing out the side of his mouth, and then he's saying another one out the other side.
It's insane, man.
It makes no sense. I mean, whatever, you know, like ultimately it's the content game. Like, have fun with it, spit your takes, man. But the inconsistency, the insincerity of it, it does feel very hollow.
Yeah.
It feels very hollow. And, you know, it's all fun and games until so many of our comments and stuff, like, we know, like, all this criticism that comes towards Coach Prime, there's always a veil of what do they really mean? Or why are they really against Coach Prime? And, you know, a black man in a form of power who's having success, right?
Exactly.
And I do hate it when shit like this comes out and it's such lowbrow analysis.
Coach Prime responded to this, by the way.
I know. I mean, you were kind of hinting at it where he was talking about how he does like his O-line.
Yeah. He's found the post of this on Instagram,
Legendary.
liked the post, and then comments, eyeball emoji, wow, have you been here to see NVD talent live? ? And the answer is no.
That's the other thing, man. Like, these practices are open. You can find several channels that we support that are providing clips. I'm pretty sure you had Dylan Edwards ranked pretty highly as well.
Yes.
All Miss Haskell, funny enough, cannot find what his ranking was on ESPN. Could it be that the top freshman running back of his class, not even ranked by the geniuses at ESPN? Could it be, huh? Interesting.
Makes you think, huh?
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does.
Oh, it's hilarious, man.
I'm thankful for him, though, man, because he makes me look like a genius.
That's true.
All these idiots, they make me look so smart when I hop on the pod and, you know, call them out for just being morons, you know? Like,
you had Venables, now you have Tom Luginbill. Just
best job in
throwing
the world.
layups.
Yeah, right. Like, sign me up.
Oh, that's so good. All right. Get your questions in now, guys. Let's get to them very shortly. Also,
Travis's Heisman rankings. Are we not getting
oh
to
my
that?
God, I forgot about this.
There was so much Buffs content
It's so
today.
much.
It's amazing.
If you guys haven't been following Bleacher Report on Twitter, Travis has his own show on there now.
I love that for him.
Oh,
That's
me too.
So cool, man. That's
and
great.
the clips coming out from them are incredible.
Yes.
I can't wait to watch it in full. I need to get it on that. But yeah, he put out his Heisman Trophy rankings. Number 4, Bo Nix.
Wow. He may not know ball. We're famously not Bo Nix defenders.
No.
He essentially got Gus Malzahn fired, which to me is an unforgivable act.
Yeah, look at what he's doing at UCF now.
Yeah, we're not believers. For me, what the final nail was him at Colorado last year doing a blind behind. Like, the man has no conscience and should be locked up in jail. He is a reckless human being.
That's the most incredible play I saw all last year.
I think I quote tweeted it like, "What a great homage to Nikola Jokic in his face." It says so much about Travis that he's a Bo Nix guy.
Yeah.
Which, like, gun to my head, is Travis a Bo Nix guy? Probably would have said yes. So I love that.
I think Travis supports Bo Nix because he knows he's just a raw athlete. And I think if Travis thinks he played quarterback, he'd probably play like Bo Nix.
Oh, he would, dude. He probably would.
He'd probably be better, honestly.
Bo Nix is a crazy MF, I tell you what.
Uh,
So good. We started off with a bang with Bo Nix at 4. Cool.
Number 3, he had Caleb.
Boom. Reigning Heisman Trophy winner. I love it.
Number 2, he put his quarterback, and he made sure to know or to say, y'all don't know how good this guy is. You're going to know here very soon.
Yeah. Yes.
And then, of course, number 1, Heisman loading, ... Travis Hunter.
So great. That also is like very on brand. Good for him.
I love how he said that's his goal for this year.
It's what Coach Prime would have done.
Yeah, for sure. It was great.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's what you want to hear. It's what makes him great.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check out that show, man. I can't wait to get back and watch it today. Josh Pate put out a video talking about him being the Shohei Ohtani of college football too.
What a great comp.
Isn't that amazing?
That's
How did we not think of that
comp.
sooner?
No kidding. We're not really hardball guys.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. You famously turned down a full-time opportunity as a hardball guy.
I was denied a full-time opportunity as a hardball guy.
No. Turns out for the best.
It does.
Yeah. You would have Bo Nix the heck out of it. We've got a special sale on DNVR
let 'em know.
diehard memberships. We are making history by discounting those at $60 a pop. You sign up. It is a yearly membership. Every year you renew, including the year you sign up, you get a free shirt. Of course, you've seen all the amazing Buff shirts we have released. Stay tuned.
Oh, just wait for this next one, guys.
More to come.
Just wait.
And that is on top of exclusive merch only you can get as a diehard. Access to our DNVR lounge on Discord where you can talk to Jake and
It's
all
popping in
other
there.
members of the community. Yeah, now that college football season's coming up, talk betting, talk college football, talk ball, man. Ball lovers like you. The comment section's always amazing on this show. You can just extend that. All the great events we have. We'll be doing tailgates from Buffs games, what have you. Special events at the bar, watch parties, what have you, Broncos tailgates, you name it. Traveling to TCU, stuff like that.
Yep.
DNVR diehard members, they get a discount on that. You get a discount on food at the DNVR bar. You get a discount on merch. There are so many perks and benefits. If you are a Denver sports fan, if you are a Buffs fan, you want to get in on this. It is an amazing deal. I know it because we love ball. We lived it. We know what the world was like before we existed. And just, if you love ball like we love ball, this is well worth it. Check it out, man. We are only running this for 2 days. So today and tomorrow are your only opportunities to get in on the fun.
I'm going to tell you about our friends at Saturday Neon. Alyssa, get this Husker out of the chat, though. Get him out. Sean
Douglas.
Yeah. Sorry, brother.
down there.
Thanks for
There
tuning
you
in. You can't contribute to the chat, though. Shout out to Saturday Neon. We got our girl Spirit up here.
All
How's she
right.
go? Oh, she looks great today. Look at
Yeah,
her. Nice
yeah.
and strong.
Yep.
Saturday Neon's the company started by 2 friends and former college roommates at CU. They make officially licensed collegiate logo, LED, neon signs. They've got 19 select schools, including Colorado, not including Nebraska. I don't actually know that. They might have Nebraska.
They might.
But they're
No,
made with
that'll make
high-quality
money.
materials. They're backed by a 2-year warranty. Go to SaturdayNeon.com. Use the code DNVR. You'll get 10% off of your order today, and you get free shipping on orders over $200.
Woo.
Oh, what a day. Let's keep it going.
Indeed, brother. Indeed.
Who's up first with questions?
Yeah, chat. How are you feeling today? Also, bump the likes, please.
Yeah, hit that
you
thumbs
guys
up
did a
button.
great
Come
job
on.
getting me up early. Keep it going because, I get bullied if we don't hit our numbers when others are away.
A thumbs up equals another banned Cornhusker in the comments.
That's right. That damn straight it does, yes.
Alley3, are you surprised that any of the names dropped as starters today? I'm not going to lie. I was a little surprised by Slusher. I thought that Jaquez was going to be the guy there. I don't know if he got back to practice yesterday. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great for Slusher, of course. I just figured that we'd maybe see Jaquez or Rod Ward over him, but it's great news because now we've got a better option, another option at safety now too.
Right. Yeah, it's huge. I mean, there's depth. There's going to be some surprises.
Yep, for sure. And I'm sure there's more surprises to come.
Mm-hmm.
Angel's asking, TCU defensive coordinator losing sleep over J5 in the slot. Dylan out wide. TCU offensive coordinator has to figure out how Jeremiah Brown will be used and where will he be. On the offensive side of the ball, I mean, good luck. When this team goes 4 or 5 wide, man, it's going to be so much speed out there that, I mean, Sean Lewis is going to have some concepts. I can't imagine we don't see a guy streaking wide open at least once on Saturday.
Well, and how you match up with Dylan Edwards, to me, is really a schematic theme for the first couple weeks for your opponents. And how he's utilized by Sean Lewis is going to be really intriguing.
For sure.
Really intriguing.
Jaquez is fine, guys. He's at practice. On the defensive side of the ball, yeah, Jeremiah Brown is going to be a Swiss Army knife. We'll see how he's used exactly and how
a huge factor in this.
They're able to plan for him, yeah.
That linebacker room in general, how they're used, is going to be quite intriguing.
They got Juju Mitchell now, too. So they're like 5-6 deep there.
Right, for sure.
What's up, Jays? Are you noticing, like me, that Reach the People and Well Off has been playing us? They've been showing stuff, but not the starters really, or guys we are hearing about now. So it can be a surprise. Yeah, man. It's I mean, we know TCU is watching. We talked about it when Neely was here last week. So those channels especially are being a little bit more careful, not trying to share too much information while also providing great content, which I think they're doing a great job of.
It's the delicate balance of still providing all this kind of daily access and insights, but not giving away the stuff that really matters.
Right.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to be guarded with that for sure.
Tony's asking who's starting on the D line. So I'll go Jordan Dominic, Shane Cokes. I'll go Bishop Thomas.
Yeah.
And then I was on Taj Alston. I think I'm leaning more McClendon now.
Really?
I think I'm leaning more McClendon now. I think it's a toss-up, honestly, that second edge. It could be either of those guys.
It's a little bigger.
Yeah. Derek McClendon's been working with Sal and the interior guys. Yep.
Fun.
What's up, Sean? Sean's going to be here tomorrow. We're going to a Rockies game. He said,
wow. Amazing.
Who are we seeing as redshirt recipients, being that a number of the true freshmen have emerged during the offseason? It's a good question. Let me go sort this here by freshmen. And
this one's going to be tough, man. You're not going to have a ton of guys to choose from.
Yeah, I mean, guys who were on the team last year, like Sinead Estes, Cole Boskia, possibly, because we're so deep at wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those spots for sure to look at.
Exactly. So those guys, Jacob Page, Gavin Marsh, players like that. Isaiah Harge. Who else, though? I'd imagine one of the quarterbacks, either Staub or Wiseman, maybe gets a red shirt. I don't know about cornerback just because we're kind of shallow there in terms of depth.
Well, and the two true freshmen.
Exactly. Yeah. They're already playing.
Right. They're playing.
Right.
They're getting lots of snaps.
Some of these offensive linemen, I mean, David Connor's probably going to be redshirted because of his injury. But with that being said, I mean, a red shirt doesn't mean we're not going to see them this year.
Yeah,
they get 4 games.
Right.
So that's
a good point.
The real count we got to keep track of.
Good point, good sir.
Jonas, what surprise player will not be traveling with the team? Oh, man, I don't know. I can't say, honestly. I don't know.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
You're going to find out.
I'll be just as surprised as you are, I guess, then, as everyone else is, because I don't know.
That's right. When do you expect to know that by? Thursday, I guess, huh?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, that's when they travel, so yeah.
Yeah, Thursday night.
And
Friday
then
morning. Yeah.
this question, too, the depth chart, I don't know yet. I haven't heard. I've asked Neely about it. He hasn't really revealed anything, so I can't tell you much there. I'm hoping we get one.
Mum's the word, huh, Jay?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not losing sleep if we don't get one, though, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, at worst, you find out on Saturday.
Exactly.
But,
yeah. Jabriel with the super chat. Thank you, man. Do y'all know why Travis Hunter is not practicing? They're just limiting reps.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah, Jake talked about this at the top of the show for sure.
They want him ready for Saturday.
Yeah, big time.
Jay, I love this guy's avatar, by the way. What position did you play in rugby? I think you said wing. Yep. Did I play in college? No, I did not play in college. I just played in high school after football season. I did score quite a few tries, though.
Yeah,
I loved rugby. Rugby was fun.
Rugby's awesome. It's a really fun game.
Playing wing was great, too, because there was... So wing's like the outside guy, right?
Yeah.
He's like the fast one, I guess.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So when the play was like way over on my side, and it was like the the scrum half or whatever is like in there with the ruck or whatever it's called. I can't remember all these terms anymore. And it's just me on the one side. I'd just be screaming at him, be like, "Hey, give me the ball! Like we're taking this all the way around." It works sometimes.
Amazing. I love that.
Not all the time.
Yeah, rugby's a fun sport.
It's amazing,
realize you
man.
played
We had a
that
lot
much
of fun
fun.
out there at Infinity
That's
Park.
great.
That was a great
Yeah,
episode.
dude. Yeah, for sure.
Did you
Check that out.
go?
I did not. I've been before.
Oh, okay.
Been before. It's a great facility and great.
I was amazed
great
at
stadium.
how good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Shout out Infinity Park. Fit City Rome, I think that says. I can't see it exactly.
Sure.
I still can't really see. It's all right. Are we going to talk about Michael Irvin's 5-6 win prediction on Undisputed this morning? I didn't see that, but I love that.
Yeah, I saw him say that it's going to be Coach Prime's greatest masterpiece. He guarantees it. So, this one's going to be impressive. Also, someone who speaks that laudingly, then calling out 5-6 wins and saying that's a masterpiece, I think really tells you where expectations should be.
Exactly.
For what was a 1-win program and got blown out in every single loss they were in. So, yeah, there you go. That's a great way to put some perspective for you from an outsider.
Yep. I've been saying, man, 5-6 wins is a solid year. 7 or more is fantastic. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
All right. Edgar's asking, regardless of Saturday's outcome, don't you guys believe it will be a competitive game and CU will be much better after the contest? Oh, for sure. First off, I think they're going to surprise people with how competitive and how complete this roster is. Second, I mean, I'm expecting a close game. I think we see a lot of scoring. I think this is an old-fashioned Big 12 shootout, basically.
Could be.
What do you think?
No, I could see that a lot. And I mean, from everything you're telling me about the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, their offense, I don't know. It's going to be hard to predict, but I think it'll be up-tempo. And I think it'll be quick hitting,
Yep.
The Heat's going to make it tough. Game 1's going to make it tough. You think it's a, hammer the over type game?
Can we check this?
I've got it for you.
Well, here's the thing, too, and we got to factor this in when we talk lines this year. We're going to see lower over-unders because of the clock.
Well, this one's at 64.
It's pretty high.
The book thinks it's going to be a
It's
slugfest.
pretty high.
Yeah, it is. That's really
I'd
high,
stay away personally.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for sure.
Man, sometimes you just look at the lines and they just don't make sense. How are they 20-point dogs with an over-under of 60? You're literally telling me that TCU is going to put up 40? TCU's only going to score 10? Or CU's only going to score 10?
Yeah, essentially they're saying 42-21.
Yeah. Insane. No, that's right.
Which is an unders game, just barely.
Is it? Oh, that's 60.
That's
yeah.
63, yeah.
That just makes no sense to me.
No, it doesn't. But hey, man, I mean, week 1 trying to handicap these, we're lucky we have lines.
Right, exactly.
I think the book is exposing itself, but we always expose ourselves more as
That's
the
true.
public. So
That's true.
That's where they have the advantage.
What's up, Nicholas? Runner pass for CU's first offensive play. I'm going to say pass.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
I think Ryan would say run, though.
Yeah, no, it's a pass. It's a pass. We're coming out swinging. No
Joshua, thank you for the super chat, man. Who's going to wear number 9? Well, it's obviously between Jaquez and Derek McClendon. Pulling up the roster. Both are still listed at 9. Oh, man, I don't want to pick, honestly, but if I had to, I'd probably say McClendon is number 9.
Wow, he did it. He picked the side. Can't believe he did that.
No. Don't do this. Sonny's asking, so no scholarship for Charlie. We haven't heard anything updated in regards to scholarships or anything. I'd assume no at this point, but
I think we would have seen something about that.
Yeah.
And we'll see something about that if and when it happens.
Oh, that'll be a video that goes viral. Yeah.
100%.
Melanin Films. What's the status on Travis J? Is he going to play this year? I truly don't know. I'll tell you, I spoke to him probably 2 weeks ago. He sounded good. He said he was going to be back soon. I mean, who knows exactly what that means? I would assume he does play this year, though.
That's huge, man.
If not, redshirt him. It's an easy one. I don't know if he's used his red shirt before actually or not. He may have.
Yeah, that seems plausible right there. What more can you say?
I don't think it says in his bio here. It says did not see action during 2019, so maybe he did take a red shirt then.
Okay. Yeah, you might be onto something there.
Jay is asking you, Andre, when are you going to recommend Italian spots to Coach Sal?
Anytime. I'm here to recommend. I'll give you some places, and you can take that to him on the road trip. Yeah, no doubt.
Hopefully we get to talk to Coach Sal again soon.
Yeah, he's
a legend.
Amazing.
One of the best coaches in the country.
A true legend. Yeah.
Coach said.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Coach Sal gets invited to the house when I make you guys some Italian food.
There you go. All of us are going?
We got to do that sooner rather than later. Yeah, I mean,
everyone in the chat.
Alyssa's hinted that it has to happen, so we'll make it happen. No, chat might not be invited, but
sorry, chat.
I
tried.
I do think the rest of the crew could probably make it out. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
What a day, man.
What a day. Incredible.
We got Coach Hart tomorrow and a player. I'll meet back up with Neely. Neely's going to be on the show tomorrow also, by the way.
Awesome.
So look forward to that. What else? Ryan will be back on Thursday. Pre-game show on Friday at some point. And then we've got to figure some stuff out for post-game, but there will be a post-game at some point after the Buffs game. We have a game.
You're going to want to stay tuned to this channel, guys. You are going to want to stay tuned, subscribe, turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss any of this. It's game week. My guy's working like a savage at all times. All our people are working like savages, so we're ready, man. The Prime Era kicks off truly this Saturday,
4
and
days.
I cannot wait.
4
Cannot wait.
days.
It's going to be amazing.
Who has to quit? There it is. Paul asking if Tyler Brown can travel with the team. He cannot travel or play in games. He can do everything else, though. He can hang out with the team in the facility. He can practice. You saw him well off yesterday. He had his practice stuff on. He can attend meetings. I'm not going to give anything away. I think we'll see Tyler Brown a lot. A lot, though.
We want to stay tuned. Who knows?
Stay tuned. CU leaves for Texas on Thursday. All right. It was a great show. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Always, always, always. Thank you all for showing me the love. Really appreciate it. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs, baby.